Hi students, today we will discuss about the topic of pure functions and impure functions. This function is very important in functional programming. Let us see that. So pure function. First let us see what is pure function. Pure functions are the functions which will give exact result when the same arguments passed. Here note this point. Exact result, same arguments. Here the function always return the same result for the same arguments. Same result means output. Same arguments mean inputs. If you are giving same input, you will get same output. Next, what is impure function? Impure functions are functions which will give different results when the same arguments passed. Here it will give different results, different outputs for the same arguments, for the same input. Pure function give the same result for the same arguments. Impure function give the different results for the same arguments. Okay. This means every time you call the function with the same arguments, you will always get the same result. Here, every time you call the function with the same arguments, you will always get the different result. So, next point, it does not have any side effects. Does not have any side effects, which means it should not have any external variable. It cannot depend on outside variable. So it does not having any side effects. But in impure function, it should have side effects because it depends on outside variable. So it having side effects. Then next point, pure function do not modify the arguments. Do not modify the arguments which are passed to them. Here, pure function do not change the arguments. Inputs cannot be changed in the pure function. Here, impure function may modify the arguments. It may change the arguments. So, let us see an example. If you are taking mathematical function sin 0, it always give the results 0. It always give the output 0. Next, I am writing one code. Let square x return x into x. Here, let us say keyword square x is given. It returns the value what? What value? X into x. When you give x value as 5, it returns which value? 5 into 5 is equal to 25. Here every time you call the function with the same arguments, you will always get the same output. Here in this function, square is a pure function because it will not give different results for the same input. If you run this function with the same input, even 10,000 times or 20,000 times, it will always produce the same results. Another one example, strlen. What is the use of this function? It counts the characters in a string and returns the integer value. If you are taking one example string, computer, in this string, how many characters are there? 8 characters. So it returns integer value. So the output is what? 8. It returns the value as 8. So if you run this function with the same input, it always produces the same result. Next, power function. This function is used to calculate the power raised to the base value. So here, if you are giving 2 power 2, it always returns the value 4. If you are calling again and again this function with the same input, it will give same output. So this is about pure functions. Next, impure functions. If you are taking one example for mathematical function, math random. Here we did not given any argument in the function call. Even though we did not given any argument into the function calls, they all produced different output. So this random function is not pure. It is impure function. Next example, time. If you call this time function now, the output will displace the current time. If you call the time function after 10 minutes, the output displays another on time. So here you are getting different results for the same function calls. So this is also impure function. So you have to remember pure function, same input, same output. In impure function, same input, different output. In pure function, no side effects. Here it having side effects. Here it do not modify arguments. It modifies the arguments. So this is about pure and impure functions. This is the difference between pure and impure functions. You have to study these answers.